Greetings, my name is Tman and welcome back to After Dark. So, I have a bit of a story that happened to me a few days ago. Do you believe in signs? Or do you think things just happen? Random, meaningless, and easy to forget? Because something happened to me the other day, and I still can't quite decide what it was. So I was working on a job, dismantling a stage from an event called Ultra. It was a big setup. Lights, speakers, scaffolding, the whole thing. And we had 3 days to pull it apart. Now, on the first day, I got there early. I usually do, about an hour before everyone else. There's something about those quiet moments before work begins. No noise, no rush, just you and the space. Anyway, I felt like making a tea. Nothing special, just something warm to start the morning, as lately the mornings has been really cold. I was sure I brought a cup with me, like I could almost picture it in my bag. But when I checked, nothing. So I walked over to the office shed. It was pretty bare. You know, those temporary setups, not much in there. And the only thing I could find was plastic cups. Now, I already knew hot water and plastic cups, it's not exactly a good combination. But I thought, I'll give it a go. So I made my tea, held the cup carefully, and took a sip. And yeah, it started doing exactly what I expected. Softening, bending, barely holding itself together. At the same time, one of the boys showed up. Someone I hadn't seen in a while, so we started catching up, talking about life, work, and everything in between. And at some point he just looked down at my cup and laughed a bit. And he said, "Mate, your cup's dying." And we both just laughed it off. Kept talking like it didn't really matter. Work started, we got into it, and not long after that he calls out to me. I walk over and there it is. A cup, just sitting on the grass. Not part of the gear, not placed neatly anywhere, just there. And he goes, "Well, now you can actually drink your tea without melting it." So I picked it up, gave it a rinse, and left it in my car. And I don't know why, but I felt lucky. Like out of all the things that's lying around, this was exactly what I needed. So I kept it. And over the next 3 days, that cup became part of my routine. Every morning, every 10 o'clock break, every 1 p.m. lunch, I'll brew some tea on the same cup every time. It just worked. No problems, no second thought. Funny how something so small can just fit in your life just like that. Anyway, fast forward to the third day, job's done, everything packed up, stage completely gone. I said goodbye to everyone, you know how it is. I'll catch you on the next one, stay safe and all that. Then I went about my day. Groceries, wash the car, just normal life stuff. And that cup, I left it in the back of my car. Didn't think much of it until I got home. I opened the boot, and as soon as I did, the cup rolled out, hit the ground and shattered. Just like that. No warning, no slow crack, just gone. And I stood there for a second, looking at the pieces. And the only thing that came to my mind was that was kind of perfect, like a bitter-sweet ending. It showed up exactly when I needed it, served its purpose, stayed with me through those 3 days, and then the moment it was no longer needed, it let go. And the strange part of it is that on the same day during the job, I found something else, a KitKat bar, sitting on the grass, sealed, perfectly fine. And I remember picking it up thinking, how lucky am I? 2 random things, a cup and a chocolate bar. Both found when I wasn't looking, both useful in their own way. And then one of them just disappears the moment its job is done. So yeah, I've been thinking about it, because this kind of thing, it happens more than we realize. Like when you miss out on something you really wanted, a job, a person, or an opportunity. And at the time it feels like a loss, like something didn't work out. But later, something else comes in that fits better. Or when your phone dies and you're forced to just sit there, no distractions, and you end up having a real conversation with someone that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Or even something simple like taking a different route home for no real reason, and avoiding traffic, or running into someone unexpectedly. Little things, nothing dramatic, but they line up in a way that makes you stop and think, was that random, or was I just paying attention for once? Because that cup, it didn't look special. If anything, it looked like something you'd ignore. But it became exactly what I needed, for exactly the amount of time I needed it. And then it was gone. No attachment, no lingering, just done. So yeah, maybe it's not really about signs. Maybe it's about timing. Or maybe it's about being open enough to use what shows up instead of forcing what doesn't work. Either way, that moment stuck with me. A melted plastic cup, a random one on the grass, a KitKat, and a clean break at the end. Simple things, but somehow they felt like they meant something. I don't know, I'm not too sure. Maybe next time something small happens like that, you'll notice it too. And maybe you'll ask yourself the same thing I did. Was that just luck, or was that a sign? And that's my story. If you have something similar that happened to you, feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you for listening, and have a good night.